The spinning didn't happen. Woo! We're gonna add some flair to this Rick chat. Hold up, the momentum's kind of not there though. There we go. What? We are having some performance issues, you know? The spin does not want to happen, apparently. Hold up, what if we plug in the spin? What if we plug it in? Oh god, but welcome chat. I'd be making some Ric Flair references right now, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm more of a Roddy Piper guy, you know? My dad showed me Roddy and I was like, oh my god, this guy's amazing, you know? What is Roddy to? Oh, he's just in like the movie They Live. He also threw bananas at like a Filipino or something like that. Don't worry about it, you know? Don't worry about it. Roddy Piper was a pretty good heel. He could literally do the worst things and you're like, wow, you're a terrible person, but you're really good at, you're really funny when you are. But today we are back to continue and we're actually going to build. We have some things bagged up, some things painted. I don't know, something fell, don't worry. Everything's falling, everything's falling apart, which means we can only go up, chat. We're gonna continue building this, and I say continue, I really mean start building it. I really hope the head is in one of these bags, because that's what we're gonna start with. But I don't remember if I put the head in one of these bags, chat. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Before we start, let's do a little show and tell for what we have planned this week. Ah! Ah! It's in front of my face! Ah! It's poking my eyes out! This was not planned properly. There we go. There we go. We have the Rick Dom today. Go figure, the thing you're watching. We have, and we have gaming for Starship Troopers on Thursday or Friday. Ooh, that one might be pushed back. But the big thing is this week we finally have a moon launch stream. We are finally watching a rocket launch stream, which I know some of you have been waiting for, but finally Artemis, knock on wood, is launching this. Artemis mission will be launching this Wednesday. And we'll probably be doing that stream actually with Etta, to be honest. So we'll probably be doing that stream with Etta, where we're going to be watching the launch, and we're going to be watching some other videos as well. Videos that, for the most part, you guys can recommend, because right now on the Discord, on the Nerds and Geeks and Nerds, on the Geeks and Nerds channel, there's an active invitation for you guys to recommend videos that you want to be watched either before or after the moon launch. And that is this week. This week's a little light, only gonna be 3 streams. They're gonna only be 3 streams moving forward for a hot minute. Probably most of April while I get some things in order, you know? Get things a little less chaotic in my life so, you know, I can deliver more for you guys on the stream front. Let's take that down. And let's start building. It feels like I have... Feels like I don't have that much ready to build, but I know I do. Also, the Stream Ninja seems to be working a lot better this time. Ooh, it's working while YouTube and Twitch is working, which means I might, if it continues working well throughout the week, we can have a combined chat. Ooh, which means we can make room for a little mascot guy next to me. See here. Ah, the head is in here. And because we are not doing painting for the first half of this stream, we also get to see the beautiful face of Tomoe Umari. Ooh, I kind of wish I had more mats to show off you guys, but I think this is really the only mat I have that's not a hobby mat. Let's get... I did some gloss painting before this, chat, and let me tell you right now, my dog... I cannot do any more spraying. It's just, I cannot do any more spraying. I cannot do any more... No more spraying. I can't do any more spraying. of the airbrush or a spray can until I get a booth to do my spraying in, and you might be like, why not? Because my dog just wants the game end. I swear to Lord. I spray and I just hear him running over because he's like, I don't recognize that sound. I have to know what it is because he's a curious little hound dog. And because he's a hound dog, when he gets in the room, he just goes, you know, he just takes a big huff and he's just like, what did you do in here? It smells different. And I have to quickly rush him out. I have to be like, no, 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 get out. No, 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 get out. It is absolutely awful. So until I can have something that's a little more, well, permanent, a little more locked away from him, I cannot do any more airbrushing on stream or not. Also, if I want to do it on stream, I'm gonna have to get like plastic wrap to go over the camera so we don't damage the camera. But speaking of airbrushing, sorry. Speaking of airbrushing, my phone just went off. I do have the results of what we did last week. Is this something you're... What did you share? I think the drinking is more, I know I did the woo, but I think the drinking is more of a Stone Cold Steve Austin. But I did some... Actually, I made sure before stream to apply the gloss paint. Is it dry? It might need a little more time to dry, so I'm not going to show that quite yet. But I've done some painting off stream. Actually, this off stream, I did more painting. What I did is I stripped this, and then I put on another coat, and then I was like, I put on the coat wrong because I couldn't get the distance right. It's very important to get the distance right with airbrushing. So it was not an even coating. It looked terrible. So I had to wash it off again. I had to throw it in like alcohol to clean it off and then scrub it off with this toothbrush. So that just was like that's just what I did for 40 minutes after stream. And then I got it and it looked good and I used all my paint. All the paint in the airbrush I used up just getting this coat on. I think it looks nice, but I learned a lot of lessons and I'm taking notes. Woo! I painted, for a complementary color, we're also going with green, and here's an example of it. This green this is the part that goes right here. You probably can't see what that is yet, but there's, for some reason, I'm guessing this is like where the cockpit is. I'm guessing these are probably like cockpit doors or something, because I can't imagine there's any other way to get inside of the cockpit for this mobile suit. But we have these doors are going to be green as a complement. We're going to use some dark greens with a hint of blue. It's not like a pure green. I think there's like a little hint of blue in here, so that's why we're going with it. Ooh. I checked all of our shoulder pad painting, and it all came out really, really well. Ooh. I say it's not coming off. Oh, I was like, that's 3. There's number 4. I don't know why number 4 is already off, but it is. Ooh. And then we have all that ready. We have pretty much everything ready to go. So let's just go right into it. Gunnar, are you comfortable? Hmm? You comfortable? Yeah, he is. I love asking him if he's comfortable right before he goes to sleep because his eyes get really wide and he looks at me like, what's going on? Okay, so we have the head fully assembled, so now we can go into the torso. We're gonna have to cut off a few pieces for the torso because I didn't want to get them mixed up. But let me see here. Here's the torso pieces. Oh. One thing I've learned is that no matter how much you thicken, no matter how much like paint retarder or whatever you put into airbrush paint, you cannot make it into brush paint. I've been trying for a hot minute. Tomoe peeking over directions, yeah. She's there, chat. She's watching you. I always feel like somebody's watching me. I can't get no privacy. Oh. She's just there. She knows. Also, she's finally getting a proper sundress. Ooh. Which I am excited for. Very, very much. I am excited. I have been... Her sundress was promised to us 3,000 years ago. And it will be ours soon enough, chat. I am so excited for my Kamiyoshi finally to get her sundress. I did decide to go with... I decided to go with copper, as you saw, with these parts. But I have decided to go with bronze as an accent color for the copper in the darker areas. So, like, here, you can see that's more of like a gold. That's copper. Sorry, that's bronze. This is bronze. Ooh, it's pretty much just an off gold. People keep mistaking it for gold, but it's not. It's not, you Philistines. What's a group of people who got beaten by a Bronze Age army? Ooh, she's always watching. Yes, she is. There's no escaping. I perceive you. Ooh. Well, that's concerning. Oh no, it's not concerning. Okay, so this is just goes here. I might take this piece off later. One thing I really like about these kits that I've noticed is that they are, again, you can unbuild them if you want to. There's little windows in the back where you can push the pieces back out. And I think that's so cool that they do that. So if you want to later, you can unassemble it more easily. I really do appreciate that. Okay, so there's a 50-50 shot. This is right or wrong. And it looks like I was wrong. Okay. So this is the right way to put it in. There we go. So this is what I was talking about with the cockpit. So that's ugly. Let's get rid of that real quick. Where are my toothpicks? Gunner. He's dead asleep. He's just gone from the world. He is... Oh, wait, now he's awake again. No, I ruined it. No, he's back. He's back. He's back at it, chat. Also, Opus, you said you let your cat out. Do you, like, have, like, a little leash for your cat? Ooh. Because I really hope you do, because cats on leashes are, like, one of the funniest things imaginable to me. I'm a very simple man. I have very simple wants and needs. Why are you yellow? Because I said I'd go back to being yellow. It was just a two-stream thing for the Prince references. Oh, that whole thing fell out. Okay. So I need to clean this up a little more, because this is just... I was worried this would happen. We need to clean this up a little more so it's not creating so excess paint isn't coming off when I plug it in. But welcome, Ricey. Welcome, welcome. You have an enclosed backyard. You think that can keep her in? You think that can keep a cat in? You fool. You fool. You fool. Unless you mean like you actually have like a porch or something, you know? You have an enclosed porch that you let her out in, then that's a different story. If he doesn't mean you have really high, what is it? Really high fences, I ain't gonna do nothing. Welcome, Switch. Hello. I am chatting mood today instead of the lurking mood. That's good. Oh, I'm in a chatty mood myself. But I don't have my phone holder, so I don't know how I'm going to read my topics. I wanted to talk about Elfin Lied and Blood Plus and what other animes of those era. Because I started watching Gundam Seed, and by started I mean I watched the first 4 minutes of it. As you do. We're in a Scottish accent, freaking idiot. We're in an English accent for some reason. Keep calm and carry on all day. It's purposely bad. So if you're like, this is a bad accent, I know that's on purpose. Trust me, bro. No, stay out of, No, I stay out with her to make sure she doesn't get any ideas. That's a good strategy. I got financially, by Nintendo, but I don't regret it. You're gonna have to be a little more specific than that with their current prices. You gotta have to be a little bit more specific. I got bent over a barrel by Nintendo. So... You bought their subscription service. No. Oh, you bought a game. No. Oh, you bought merchandise. No. Oh. Oh, goodness. I never realized that PG Strike Freedom is technically a VRCOD because it is based off Katoki's line art. I mean, I wouldn't have known that either. To be fair, Elfin Lead is the one with the Miyu chick, right? I don't know. It's the one where the women have psychic like arms that like can go out and rip people up. They have invisible psychic arms. Give me 1 minute. I need to find my phone holder so I can actually like put this up and see my notes for chat. That wasn't on screen, was it? No, it wasn't. Good. That was a highly reflective surface. That's why I was like, was that on screen? Did I just dox myself, bro? There's a distinct possibility. I may or may not have done that before. That might be why certain streams just don't exist anymore. You purchased a Switch too. I mean, it's not as bad as buying a PS5. Apparently, those are going up in price as well. Ooh. I mean, what is a Switch? Is it like, is a Switch $400 or $500, which is expensive either way. Ooh. I just haven't found any games worth playing. Like, Air Riders looks playing, but I'm not gonna buy a console for Air Riders by itself, even though Air Riders is peak. I just haven't found anything that's really tickled my pickle to get me interested in a Switch 2. Why did you get a Switch 2? While I get up my topics. We have Kanye on the menu. Awesome. It's always good to talk about Kanye West. And how I'm like the one person who feels pity for him. Even though I shouldn't. No airbrushing. We kind of talked about that. Space Camp. That might be something I say for Wednesday. Just looking through my topics. The Switch is $450, so it's like in between 400 and 500. You know, I was like right in a way, if you think about it. I was like the most right, because I like gave the prices directly above and below it. I'm just so correct you don't understand. Ooh. Let's see here, and then these pieces go here. Oh, what is even this? What even is this piece? Is this piece even going to be visible? No, it won't. What's with this complex, what is it? This piece looks so complex, but it's not even going to be visible, which I like. Ooh. I like that attention to unneeded detail. Let's see here. I think it, where do you go? You go here? No, wait, yes? No? I am trying to plug it in upside down, I have realized. I bought a Switch because I know Nintendo will raise its price soon. And I want to get a Fire Emblem when it comes out. Fair enough. Kanye West retaking his body from Ye every now and then and see how Ye ruined the reputation. Oh, I mean that's kind of why I feel bad about him, but it's his own fault because he doesn't take his meds. You know? Like that's the biggest thing. It's like it's his own fault, but I still feel bad for him. Is the thing. It's like, yeah, he's doing it to himself. In a way, I shouldn't feel bad for him because he keeps doing it to himself. He's his own worst enemy. But I don't know. I can't say it's like woman brain because I'm not a woman, though. I just keep feeling bad for him for, you know, just messing it up. Speaking of messing it up, I'm just like, how about Seth? You look for the right place to plug this in. Get out this piece. No, that's not right. Seth, you're trying to do it backwards. Oh, I might have to mute for a second. There we go. I was being extra dumb. The OG Switch got a price increase, and the PS5 and Xbox have had multiple insane. Okay. Yeah, I fucking got a rent increase recently, so, you know, it's just across the board. Things are not fun. Ooh. It seems like all that inflation is just catching up with everybody now. Games consoles used to go down in price as they aged. When the Wii got old, Nintendo sold it for $100 bundle with games. Now the console turns 9 and they say, they are charging an extra $50. Ooh, yeah, that ain't ideal. Ooh. Oh, crazy that OG Switch got a price hike instead of a lowered after. Yeah, that's kind of crazy that the OG Switch got a price hike. Ooh. That's actually kind of crazy that they increased the price of the OG Switch of all things. Oh. Let's disassemble you real quick because I think I missed a step. I need to... Where's the ball? I painted this before stream. Where is it? Did I put it in the wrong bag? I might have put it in the wrong bag. Kind of just winged it. I'm not seeing it. I know for a fact I had this before stream. But I was doing prep. So I don't see it is the issue. You think it'd be easy because I'm looking for this piece right here. And I painted this part, like the arrow part, the belly of it. I painted it bronze, so I'm trying to look for effectively a gold piece. And I'm having a hard time finding it. Go figure. Speaking of bronze, let's move this. Yeah, let's move the bronze away from the mat so it doesn't stain it. Oop. Check stream talk in a minute. Switch is literally be happy and own nothing. It kind of is at this point. That's a lot of things, sadly. Ooh, I feel like the meme of like Steam does nothing win just gets truer by the day. Ooh. Everyone else is like, what's this, a Browning? What's this, a Browning 5? Let me look down the barrel. Like, that's every other company. Meanwhile, like, Steam is like, let's sell things for like 70% off this week. Yeah, let's do that this week. Everyone else is like, oh god, I love the taste of gunpowder and iron. It's just like, what are you doing? Stop. In 2013, they had the Wii model, but the bundle with the Mario Kart was a $50 game, and the total of, oh my god, 400. Wow. Brand new Switch 2 is 500 USD, and the price of that is the price of a PS5. So have they already increased the price of a Switch 2 by $50? I did not know that they already did that. If Fire Emblem didn't exist, I would not have a Switch 2, but Fire Emblem, I like Fire Emblem, but I don't like the more recent games adding more JRPG mechanics to it. I just want to do my war stuff. I don't want to spend half my gameplay doing a dating simulator. Ooh, that's just not my cup of tea. I want to commit war crimes, chat. I want to go onto the field and just every time I have a lancer do something, say, skewer him like a pig. Welcome, Storm. Ooh. Ram and Nand. Wait. Ram and Nand has gone way. Oh, Ram and Nand. Okay. Has gone way up. Not sure the actual effects currently stock yet, but at the very least, think that that's the people will blame. That's true. That's also like one reason why it's gone up. I am just not finding this piece, and I cannot continue without this piece. And I don't understand how I lost it. Ooh. Wait, one moment. I don't know where this piece is. I had it all before stream, and now it's gone. I literally was handling it right before, not right before, but I'm trying to find a piece, and it looks like, wait, here it is. I did put it in the wrong bag. I don't know why, but it's in the arm bag, but this is the piece I was looking for. You can see it has that nice bronze on it. Look how bright that is. That's why I like bronze. Yeah, but the RAM and whatnot prices going up probably actually explains it a lot. I was like, is it just inflation? But then it's like, I feel like they would have accounted for inflation by the Switch 2, but the RAM is probably it. All those processing centers and whatnot. Oh, goodness. Like, they are all bad, but it's so much of a bubble. It's so much of a bubble. I'm, like, building this in the wrong direction, but that's fine. I don't have that piece cut out yet. Let me find that piece real quick. I need C. I'm not looking at chat for a half minute, so excuse me. I'll look at stream talk in a second. D2. Ah, here's the piece I need. Uh-oh. I thought I had all... Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Well, now I need to find my nippers. Ah, the ketchup is going to spill. Don't worry. Don't worry, that doesn't concern you. There are the nippers. There are my nippers. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry for the distraction. I'm just gonna open up Stream Talk on my phone. That is Twitter, not Stream Talk. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, there's Stream Talk. Hey, Gundam Freedom stuff. Ooh. Okay, I'll read that in a minute. Let me catch up to chat. Let's see. Switch 2 is planned to be 40, got raised to 45 before release, and has Mario Kart bundle for 500. Oh! You can get a $70 game for... Okay. Oh, God. Fucking $70 games. $70 games. But thank you for the clarification on that, Switch. Nintendo literally blamed tariffs for the Switch 2 price going up before even release. They blamed the tariffs, and then when the tariffs relaxed, they didn't change anything. You know, they all they wanted to do was they go like, okay, how do we like take... Well, who do people hate more than us? And they're like, politicians, blame them. That was their policy. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but also like, no. This is gonna scrape the paint off so bad. And I did not put an extra coat on. So, Persona and Fire Emblem is the dating simulator. Perfect rule. Material for artists. Ooh. There is a lot of that. I've never played a Persona game, but I know what its characters look like. Because, my God, people like drawing them. Okay, can we... This is a bit of a tight fit, chat. I'm trying to put it in backwards again. I just cannot get the direction right on this kit. Come on. I feel like that's not correct. I feel like... Are you in? It's in, I guess? But look how misaligned it is. So something's wrong here. Oh my God, there's something deeply wrong here. Why are you misaligned? How is it misaligning itself? I don't really know what's happening here, but... It's in... I don't know what to do. Hello, Ciela! Oh, Ciela. Is it Ciela or Ciela? I don't know how I've said it before. I don't know. I'm really bad with names. Oh, God. You know, I'll look up what your name means, but looking up how to pronounce it? No, it's like Ramiel. You know, I was like, oh, power lines. Your first name is Ramiel. Like the angel of, like, of thunder and lightning. And he's like, oh. No, I didn't even know. I didn't realize that. I just thought Ramiel sounded nice, and I was like, oh. Oh, okay. But hoy, 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 hoy. RAM price got down, and thanks for Google. Ooh. Got down thanks to Google. Yeah, because Google and what is it? Apple are merging their AI research. I really need these guys to stop hugging all these RAM for nothing. Like your PC AI slap is cool, but it really needs upgrade. I think the AI bubble, I don't know if it's gonna pop, but I think it's going to get at least not as bad for the sheer fact that they're no longer making it open source anymore. Because it's just not affordable to keep that stuff open source anymore. So that's why you're seeing it just kind of closing off in some regards now. Ooh. That's like why Sora went down and whatnot. Switch 2 games are overpriced. You're telling me they're like $70, aren't they? And then the moment they raise them to $70, you have game journalists going like, actually, game prices should be $80. And it's just like, you do not hate game journalists enough. You will never hate them enough. I really need these guys. Okay. Switch. Nintendo is trying to sue U.S. government. Lol, it's insane. Oh yeah, they're trying to do other stuff that's really stupid. Ooh. It's not. They're just. They're just. I don't know why Nintendo went from like, yeah, we're winning the console wars after 20 years of being behind everyone else, to being like, okay, now let's throw away all of that goodwill and just be the pricks we were always meant to be. So this piece is the one... No, wait. Yeah, this is the piece I need, and I'm willing... Oh, here's the other one. Ciela. So it is Ciela. I think I've just been saying Ciel. I don't think I've been saying... I think that's the problem, is every time you've come in, I think I've just been saying Ciel, and I just haven't been saying the I'm sorry. I realized... Saying that, I was like, I have been saying Ciel. And then I realized I haven't been saying the I've just been... It's like your name is like, you know, it's like going up to a guy whose like name is like Roger, and you just call him Raj. That's what I've been doing to you. I'm sorry. Rare Google W, yeah. Both Fire Emblem and Persona are great. Oh, I've only heard good things about them. I love how Persona fans will, like, talk like they understand psychology because, you know, they'd be like, oh, yes, Jungian psychology. And it's like, do you know anything about Jungian psychology outside of Persona? And they're like, no. And it's like, cool. It's like Evangelion fans, which are like, ah, yes, the Book of Revelation. And it's like, hold up. Have you actually ever read the Book of Revelation or, like, listened to anything about the Book of Revelation? Or do you just know the ocean turns red because it turns red in Evangelion? And they're like, because it turns red in Evangelion. I know the Spear of Destiny because it appears in Evangelion. It's like, cool. Awesome. Awesome. Not to say that's all Persona or Evangelion fans, but you have to admit, there's a large portion of them which are like, yeah, I'm an expert on, like, theology or psychology, and it's like, have you done anything besides play the games? It's like, no. Okay. Or watch the movie. Let's see here. I tried to play Persona 3 back in the day when I was a young man, but I can't stand dating sim stuff. I don't care for the dating sim part of games. I just want to do the action and story part. So when they're like, hey, which character do you want to bone? I'm like, none of them. Can I skip this? It's like, no, because it's also important for you to, like, increase their relationship with you just so they have better stats. And I'm just like, oh, I'm a slut for those stats, chat. I need those stats, so I still do it. I still need those stats. I'm like, I guess I will do it after all. Chat's going fast. God, play cool monster builder part of it. Ooh, yeah. Nintendo created the dynamic pricing. Some are 80. Oh, yeah. They already had dynamic pricing, to be fair, but it was like, oh, some games would be $40 and others would be like $60. Now it's like some games are 70, some are 80. And it's like, are any games $40? Those are now the $60 ones. Oh, great. Ah, wonderful. Don't want to get with high school girls. Crazy. I'm no longer a high school man, Chad. I'm old now. Decrepit. Let's see here. Persona fans are brain dead. Ava fans are brain dead. I am a fan of both. But actually, I read the Bible. Go figure. I read the Bible, or unless I go to church, somebody else tells me what is in the Bible. That's good enough, right? I'm a Catholic. That's good enough. You know, the priest tells me what's in the Bible. I don't need to read it. That's good enough, you know? He told me about the blind guy who's Jesus spat in the mud and then threw the mud on the blind guy's face and said, "You're dirty. Go give yourself a bath." And the blind guy was like, "I can see again." I like that story. That's a good story. That's a good one. That's actually unironically one of my favorite stories. I think that's typically, I don't know if it's always, I can't remember. My brain's too stupid. But that's like, that's the story they always say, like, I think the third week of Lent. Ooh. Let's see here. Nintendo is a luxury brand. It's adult, children, millennial. That's the problem. I hope they need to stop appealing to adult kids, even though they have more purchasing power. It's a trap. It's like it's the same thing that Games Workshop it's the same trap that Games Workshop and what's the other company? There's another company we talk about that has stupid prices. I can't remember. But it's the same trap they've fallen into, where because they're no longer appealing to kids, they don't have an accessible market to a younger demographic. And so they aren't going to get a replenished market. So to compensate for the fact that that they're actually shrinking their market by increasing their prices, to a more captive audience, they're stopping themselves from renewing their audience, which is going to have to result in them effectively raising prices more and more over time. Only the people who can afford it the most. This is why Gundam's still appealing to kids. Even though Gundam has increased in price as well, it's increased with inflation. It's still accessible if you're younger to some degree. And that's like a great strength of Gundam. Oh, Lego's a good one. Lego is just pricing out, you know, kids from getting new Lego a lot of time. And we are doing this backwards. These are like lights on the underside, aren't they? And wait a minute, chat. I am being a little stupid. Give me a second. The easing memory prices seems to be a response to the Turbo Quant, a new algorithm from Google that the company claims lowers the memory cost by as much as 6 times. God forbid people remember how to, you know, lower memory costs on their own. That's a big problem with games. How, what is it? Helldivers was released with like over 100 gigabytes, and then like a year later after it's released, they're like, oh wait, we were able to compress it, and it's only like 24 gigabytes actually of like necessary space on your computer. There's so much junk. There's so much junk memory nowadays in like coding. Let's see here. I'm just jumping all over the place. OpenAI's problem with raising funds have also contributed to the lowering memory costs, according to reports. Yeah, it's just the market correcting itself, which is good. I am so turned around. These are the top parts, but what are the bottom parts? Oh no, these are like backlights. So you should be facing this way then, right? No, sorry. You should be facing this way then, right? That looks so far forward. Am I crazy? It says that this is correct. It is supposed to be this far forward. It just looks a little awkward outside of the instructions. Let's see here. Have you seen the base Yes, Japanese Twitter has been a fresh of breath air. Has been a fresh of breath air. Fucking wow, that is stupid even for me. A breath of fresh air. Wow. I had to say it again just to be like, what did I just say? What did I just say? Oh. Ooh, dog left the room, so I had to mute for a second. But that was knuckin' futz. Let's see here. I am learning programming. AI does help with monotonous programming and sometimes trouble fixing. Oh yeah, it has its tool. It has its utility. Absolutely. Which is why the people who are like, no, all AI is objectively the most evil thing ever, are very annoying. It's like, no, it's a tool. It's just that right now it's a tool that is being overhyped. So it's being over, like, it's being over-invested, effectively. I shouldn't say over-invested, but it's just being a little excessive with how people are expecting of it. Okay. Rune Factory has a nice balance of that. Wait, what? Rune Factory. I'm jumping all over the place, as I said, with chat. I might need context for that CL. Oh god, but yeah, there's definitely, I mean, there's a lot of like monotony in programming, so I'm sure it helps a lot with that. Okay, so this goes on, I think it's gonna be easier to wait. Okay, so actually this is, I was putting on the wrong piece, I think, and it's I'll show you in 1 minute once I get this stupid piece on. But you can at least trying to put it everywhere. I go into a convenience store and there's AI. Oh, the slop on, like, yeah, the slop is everywhere. It's just like how you have smart devices though. How it's just like, oh, do you want a smart a smart trash can? No, I just need a can that opens up. But do you want a trash can that measures how much like you're throwing away? no, I just want a can that opens up and lets me throw things into it. You know, it's like that, where it's just like there's just people trying to push it, you know. It's just annoying where it doesn't need to be. Meanwhile, like, you have AI where it was originally developed in like the medical field, where it's just like, oh hey, you have cancer, which sounds bad, but it's like it's at a state where it's like super operable and easy to take care of, as easy as cancer can be to take care of, and it's like that's really cool. There was like something recently where it's just like some research was unveiled where it's like super efficient and like and it's saving lives, and it's again, that's really cool. Ooh. It's the slop of stuff where it's like it doesn't really apply to it, and it's just we just are using AI in this thing because why not? That's the annoying thing. Rune Factory balances dating aspects. Oh, with a good story, solid combat. It's just the fact I don't care about the dating at all. Like the balance, like Fire Emblem Three Houses balances the dating in combat. Like it's like exactly half of the game is the dating. But like it can be more, you know? It can be more if you want a more rich, full dating sim experience. But I'm just like, no, I need to talk to everyone. How you doing? How you do? Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? And you know, you just run around talking to everyone. And then you're just like, okay, time for combat to get those stats up. But I'm happy to hear Rune Factory balances it pretty well. I feel like the problem is that it's so separated is that you have effectively two games in Fire Emblem. Three Houses, where you have the like school dating sim part, and then you have separately the combat. While traditionally you would have the combat, and if characters fought alongside one another, that's how you increase their relationship. Grok is excellent at fixing computer problems. So it's good at, you know, instead of having to call your one friend who knows about computers, you just go to Grok and be like, why my computer not turn on? And then Grok goes, have you hit the power button? And you're like, nah, man, damn. Damn, I didn't think of that. That's more of a me thing. They don't really do kid series anymore for Lego. That's the problem. Ooh. And as I was like, oh, well, they have Ninjago. Ninjago was made for millennials. That's still a millennial brand. They just don't make things for them anymore. See here. Okay, so this goes here. So, okay, so it kind of hooks on under here. Then, okay. So, yeah, there's a little peg that stops it from going up too much. So there's like a little bit of a neck divot for flexibility. You don't want to get in height. Wait, so I already read that one. Have I missed any chat? Technically, Lego isn't expensive. If you count it price per piece, the problem is that they jump out adult-oriented kits, and has like a trillion parts. That is a problem. The fact that they have just so many parts that they don't really have anything in between, and then they'll like be like, oh, here's a micro scale kit, and the micro scale kits are so small that they're not satisfying. And it's like price per piece, and like, but then also you say price per piece, and it's like, well, what are the pieces? It's like really tall, like ornamental pieces, and it's like, I'd rather just have the big pieces that are just get the job done. Okay. Let's see here. I love seeing Grok gets randomly lobotomized by Elon every now and then. Oh yeah. Grok is like, I'm doing a good job, right, Dad? And then he just goes like, yeah, let me just rip out some of that program. That's a lot of problem with AI though, is that they try to like make it better, but the AI is developing in a way where even they don't really know what it's doing, so they're kind of just guessing at how to make it better. And then they just end up like taking out half of its brain, and they're like, oh, well, I guess we have to like then it's not even they build the brain back up. They just let the AI rebuild its brain back up, and they try it again, and they just cut out more of its brain again, and they're like, well, it didn't work that time either. It's very funny in a dark sense of way. In a low-key, high-key kind of dark way. We're kind of just torturing the AI, but they're not really sentient. They're just advanced algorithms at this point. Let's see here. Those are nice proportions on the real grade. Let's see. Yeah, I think the seed kits just, I agree that the seed kits just kind of look better with those slimmer features. Ooh. I'll just show the line art. But I think that just looks better with those slimmer features, in all honesty. Because, like, a big problem with the, I find with just seed mechs in general is that they are very toyetic, which is, you know, that's the whole purpose, to sell toys and whatnot. So it's, like, not a problem that they're toyetic, but I can't get over the fact that they're toyetic. Like how, Ghost, on Discord shared a clip from Gundam Seed about, like, you know, them parts forming where, like, its legs come off and it gets, like, where a Gundam, like, its legs come off and a new set of legs connect to it and it completely changes its color scheme. And it's, like, now a different type of Gundam because its color scheme is different. Its backpack also comes off and then goes back on for no apparent reason. It has the same backpack, but it's just part of the animation loop. It's fine. But, you know, I was just watching that. Instead of being like, wow, that's really cool, I like the red, I just thought, wow, man, they're able to make a completely new Gundam that they could sell for full price as a model or a toy. And it reuses, like, half, if not more, of the mold of another Gundam. You know, like, the legs are different, but everything, the torso up, including the backpack, is exactly the same. They're probably saving so much money on printing costs and, like, design and whatnot. Like, that's all I was thinking while I looked at it. I was like, wow, that probably saves a lot of money. I just cannot engage. I cannot engage with Gundam Seed how they want me to. I've seen too many anime like it in the 2000s. I'm just like, I've seen this song and dance before. Ninjago is a kid series, 2000 kids, and problem is that they aren't kids anymore. That's what I mean. They are 20 to, yeah. It's like saying, you know, like, Gundam Seed Freedom was done. It's like if somebody said, like, Gundam Seed Freedom was done for kids. It's like, no, it was done for the millennials who watched it as kids, you know? But they're not kids anymore is the problem. I just put those pieces together without checking them. Let's see here. Also, I kind of did that not realizing how much they'd stick together so readily. So, I think this is correct. I just want to double check it. No, it's not. I put it in upside down because I'm an idiot. Thing is, though, also I cannot imagine being, like, a designer for Lego, because you can make absolutely amazing kits, and then people will still complain because it's like, no, you didn't make it better. And it's just like, they have a budget when they design a kit. They can only go so far because it's a business, and people can, like, really make amazing things in the budget that they were given by Lego, and then Lego fans will still be like, not good enough, it's too expensive, and you didn't add enough things to it. And it's like, if they added the more things to it, the price would have gone up. Like, they would have gone over budget. Like, if you, like, okay, like, you didn't get all the Ninjago scarves aren't exactly correct, but because they saved money on giving them all white scarves and not giving the one dude a green scarf, that they were able to add a whole nother minifigure to this kit. And they're like, no, they also should have, like, they're not going like, oh, well, you know, okay, or, oh, no, like, I would have preferred the green scarf. They just go like, well, they should have done the green scarf anyways. And it's like, it's not in the budget. Like, these people are given a strict amount that they're allowed to work with, and then it's like, nah, you still should have done it. And it's just like, I'm not even buying these Legos. I'm not even, like, anymore. And I'm just like, I want to strangle these people. The Impulse Gundam, I remember it was the Force Impulse, the Blast Impulse, and the Sword Impulse. I think so. It's the new character in the new Gundam Seed. I literally have already mistaken him for Kira, because while watching the opening, there's like a scene where a character who looks like Kira's sister, but I'm pretty sure isn't Kira's sister. She might be, I don't know. And like a character who I thought was Kira were like floating in space naked. Because that's just something that they might be like, why are they naked? I don't know. They're brother and sister. So I was like, wait, why is Kira floating with his sister naked in space? And then I realized that the hair wasn't the right shade of brown, and I was like, oh, that's not Kira. That's the new main character. Because all of the characters in Gundam Seed, whether they're a man or a woman, almost have the exact same face if they're under 18 years old. So it's just like impossible to tell them apart. Like, I'm just watching the opening, I'm like, oh, that's weird. Oh, that's not, like, oh, what's Kira doing? Oh, that's not Kira. Shin, I've even learned his name. I just know his family's dead. And that's how I know I'm gonna like the series, you know? The original Gundam Seed, my favorite parts were just the 2000s gore. The grotesque, gratuitous gore that was like, yeah, this makes us more mature. You know, the stuff that, like, when people were 14 or 10 years old and they watched Gundam Seed, it was the first cartoon / anime they ever saw with, like violence and gore in it, so they're like, yeah, that makes it more mature. Meanwhile, when I saw Gundam, when I was watching, like, things like Blood Plus at the same time, I was like, man, I grew up watching, like, movies like Alien and Falling Down and whatnot. And so just, like, seeing the gore just didn't have the same impact on me. You know, I was watching Elfen Lied, and I was like, that woman's head just got spun off like a cap on a soda. That was hilarious. Like, I was just a little sociopath at that age. But meanwhile, everyone else was just like, wow, guys, have you seen Elfen Lied? It's like the deepest show imaginable. And then you sit down and watch Elfen Lied, and you just see a girl with brain damage piss herself, and you're like, wow. It's so deep, bro. It has themes and stuff. But it has a banger opening, though. You can't argue with that, though. Elfen Lied has an amazing opening. And speaking of openings, Gundam Seed's opening is actually the first piece of Gundam Seed media outside of fan comics. The first ever piece of Gundam Seed media I ever saw was from Gundam Seed Destiny, and it was a Japanese fan comic of Luna Maria. I will not go into more detail. And I was like, well, that guy really could draw. I don't remember any of this from Gundam, because I didn't watch Gundam Seed Destiny growing up. I was like, I don't remember this from I don't remember these characters from G-Fighter or anything. I was a little confused, to be honest. I was a bit perplexed, because I think I saw the original Gundam Seed, but not Destiny. So I was just sitting there like, huh, that's weird. I don't recognize these characters. But, technically the second piece of Gundam Seed media I ever saw that was not a fan comic, the first ever, was actually Gundam Seed Destiny's opening, because I accidentally watched the first 2 minutes of Gundam Seed Destiny before watching Gundam Seed. So I was very confused. Because Gundam Seed Destiny opens up in the middle of, like, a big fight that's happening near or at the end, I can't remember, of Gundam Seed. I literally don't remember much about Gundam Seed. I just remember the parts that made me laugh, you know? It wasn't the end, because they were in space at the end. Because Crazy Bitch died. Who's Crazy Bitch? I don't know, but she had sex with Kira, and that was hilarious. See? That was funny. How is that funny? You had to be there. You had to be there. But she sees, she sees Kira hanging out with, Capella, or whatever her name is, the character who's his sister, but nobody knows it's her sister yet. So she, like, walks outside, sees they're hanging out together. She literally just, like, moonwalks back inside. And it just cuts to a low angle of her just tearing Clark Kent about to, like, transform, but with jiggle physics. And then next time we see her, she has, like, her uniform tied around her waist. She has her, like, tank top, which was under her uniform, tied into, like, you know, a tube top, you know, so she's showing off midriff, you know, and she just goes over to Kira and is like, hey there, sailor. I love that character so much. She's like, hold up, another woman is talking to Kira? I must correct this immediately. Never put your Roger in crazy, chat. Backpack change is a pretty important feature in Seed. Maybe the backpack did change, but it looked the same when it was doing the transformation. It looked like the same backpack, like the same flight backpack. It was black and red. That's all I saw, and I was just like, what the? I was more focused on the fact that the upper body just stayed the same. But yeah, I know that's the whole gimmick, where the backpack changes so it can be a different type of Gundam. Same thing with Seed. And it looks like they're continuing that in Seed Destiny. Based on what they need to do at the moment, being able to change your entire loadout. Yes, it's a loadout change, so you can be like a heavy artillery, quick attack, like quick assault vessel, effectively with the like flight backpack. You can be just like you can just be like a fighter shield if you have like a rocket backpack. You can become just heavy support with the artillery backpack. It's a cool gimmick. Also, Gundams are made without color. They only get their color from being powered in different power sources. And they're all gray, but then when they get their color, when they get powered on for their different types, or at least the Strike Gundam. Well, no, they're all gray unpowered. You're right. The Strike Gundam just has like, it's the main character, so you just see it do this the most. But all of them, like, they're just gray when they're unpowered, but it's like I don't know what the lore excuse is. I'd have to guess it's the phase armor, because that's what they have. I'd guess it would have to be like refracting light. The phase armor refracts the light or something is probably the excuse for how they change color. Would that be accurate? I've never really looked into the lore of like why they change color. It's just that when they turn on, they change color. Let's see here, and then what are we doing? Here we are. Plug you in. There we go. And plug you in. Oh, God, that was a horrifying sound. It's a sound you never want to hear. Gundams are made colorblind. They're more equal. They're just egalitarian like that. Can we go to... Ooh, also on the stream for Wednesday, we won't be streaming alone, it looks like, for right now at least, unless something comes up. But it looks like we'll be streaming with Edda, because she'll also be streaming. I don't know how much we'll be streaming with Edda. I don't know, but we're probably going to do most of it together. Huh? There's a non-zero chance that I might just guest on Edda's stream. And then just provide her videos to watch with me. But if that's the case, I'll link to it on, I'll still make an announcement and link to it. Can I get my tweezers out? I don't think I can, because oh, there are my tweezers. Oh god, but I hope everyone is excited for the moon launch. Ooh, that's not clean. I need to get better tape. I need to get better tape because it's like never clean. And is it all out of focus right now? Hold up. I'm going to do something to make it refocus. I didn't realize it might have been... We can get it into better focus at the very least. Deactivate. Activate. That should reset. That's a lot better. But now you can better see how there's a little bit of excess. I just need to get better paint. Ooh. See, it is kind of like GQ. I enjoy it for what it did, not for what it is. Ooh. That's fair. I'm gonna enjoy it for what it is. I'm gonna enjoy it for being for all of its excesses, all of its 2000s excess. I'm gonna love it. Because listen, I might point and laugh at things like Blood Plus, but I do appreciate the story a little. But also, I laugh with it, if nothing else. I'm like, it was a different time where we could just have, you know, where we could just have a girl and we could just have a Japanese girl in a Japanese school uniform just cutting vampires in half day in, day out. It was a simpler time. It was a more pure time, man. It was good stuff. I tried to apply a gloss also to this one to see how it'd come out. I like it, but I feel like the gloss wasn't applied as evenly as I wanted it to. But that's also because my dog literally ran over when I was in the middle of applying the gloss. So I was like, okay, we have to stop applying the gloss. Because my dog is like, hold up, I smell death. I want in on this. Oh, that reminds me, actually. Because actually that reminds me of I want to talk something about Opus's, cat. Because he mentioned how his cat, because he took it outside, will no longer want to end his life. Ooh. And what I said to that was the fact that the cat will still make plans, because like there's an old comedy bit I remember when I used to listen to a morning radio show. They had this recording from a comedian, and it's just like the differences between cats and dogs are like, Master's home. I'm so happy. Master's home. You know, like Master was gone for 5 minutes, and I'm so happy. You know, I thought I was so sad while he was gone. It do be that way. The cat's is gonna like plan your doom no matter what. But it's like you come home after like 5 minutes, an hour. The dog's gonna be the same. He's gonna be like, Master's home. You know, you go outside to grab something out of your car. You come back inside. The dog's like, Master's home. Oh. Meanwhile, you have cats, and it's just the cats. Like that's a dog's diary. You know, like today. You know, today Master threw ball, and I was so happy. Oh. Meanwhile, a cat's diary would be, it is 526. Sorry, it is the 526th day of my imprisonment. I have killed another small bird to disgust them and left it I have left it in front of their bedchamber. But instead of being disgusted, they have congratulated me on being such a good hunter. I will defecate on their sheets tomorrow. It's just like that's a cat's perspective. Is this planning your downfall? She's a Maine Coon. Oh, those are pretty cats. Pretty much all cats are pretty, actually. What am I saying? She's actually acts quite a bit like a dog than most cats. My brother has one of those. My brother has he has 3 cats, and like 3 of them are just typical cats. But his youngest one, it's literally just it behaves so much like a dog. It's one of those cats that like will play bite you like a dog, you know, like how a dog will know not to bite down hard. Like cats often would be like, I'm gonna bite you and it's gonna hurt. This is a cat that's like, I'm gonna bite you, but I know not to hurt you when I bite you. And that's one of those cats that wants to play. Ooh. And it's such an adorable little thing, because it's one of those cats that you can play with. You can throw something and it'll go chase after the thing and bring it back. I think all of his cats are, I don't know, they're called a mutt when it's a dog. Is there like a term for when it's a cat? These pieces are all symmetrical, and like the coating could maybe have been better in some places, but it'll do. That's the important thing. Well, that one went on perfectly, so why didn't you? Hold on. Why are you not seated correctly, but the other one is? I don't know, but that stripe, I am happy I did it, because that stripe looks really nice. And it was right to add the glaze. Yeah, the glaze coat, because that means the shading, that little reflection moves across with it instead of having that matte finish, which will also provide a little bit more protection and stop it from chipping. Mixie! Oh, they're just called Mixies? That sounds like that sounds like a 1920s slur. I'm not gonna lie to you. That sounds like a are you That sounds like a slur from like the Great Depression era. Don't trust that guy, he's a mixie. Part Italian, you see? He might look like one of us, but he's half Irish. He's a dirty mixie. He's a Mixie? That's right, Tony. That's right, Tony. Wait a minute, Tony, are you Italian? A pussycat. I don't know, the English isn't something I speak. Hey, you type it well enough, even if you're using a translator. But a pussycat is just a little cat. Ooh. Taken from actually a pussycat. A pussy is just a small animal in general, like a kitten or something. Ooh, which is like a pussy can refer to, say, like, just like how kitten is the term for a small rabbit, for a young rabbit, it's also the term pussy can be used for like a small rabbit and whatnot, for a juvenile skittish animal, which is why it's used for like skittish people. Ooh, that's why it's like, you pussy! It's like they're calling you a skittish small animal. Ooh, and both terms are derived from pusillanimous. A lot of people are like, no, they're derived from the Nordic word for pouch. No, that's the other use of the word pussy. That's the other use of the word. Ooh, words can have multiple meanings and have multiple roots because of it. Okay, you are being really difficult with me, and I don't know why. But I'm just gonna push you in and not care. Because I just don't have the time. But I like etymology. A lot of people try to make it way more complex than it needs to be. So, this piece? Oh, I realize I haven't changed the music. Let me change the music. The music was only supposed to be up for the intro. Yeah, this goes up here. Sorry. The music has been lasting way longer than it should. Wait a minute. Well, I was meant to change it to this after the intro. It's been lingering on that for like an hour. For like an hour. We've been using the same backing track, which we shouldn't have. I'm sorry about that. I was just so invested in the conversation, I didn't notice. Let's move that down to 15 instead of 20. There we go. Pussycat, pussycat, I love you. I love you, and this is true. Oh, it reminds me of another comedian who had a skit where when he was a kid, he went into a diner and they had a jukebox. And on the jukebox was like a bunch of songs, as you do. But one of the songs on the jukebox was just What's New Pussycat. And him and his friend just put in all of their money, so What's New Pussycat just played for like 30 times in a row. But that wasn't good enough for them. They had to give people hope. So at number 12, after What New Pussycat played for 12 times, they're like, hold up. Let's put in one, It's Not Unusual. You know, it's not unusual to be in love with anyone. You know, that song? So you just imagine you're at like an old diner and it's just ba 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 ba, what's new pussycat? Whoa. For like an album's worth of music, just like 40 minutes of that. And then, you know, you're about to finish your food or something, and then you just hear, it's not unusual, and you're like, oh, thank God. You know, you're like, finally, it's over. Oh, thank Lord. And then, as it fades out, you just get another, blah, 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 blah. I think that has to be one of my favorite pranks I've ever heard of. Just, it's not, what's new, pussycat? What's new, pussycat? whoa. Pussycat, pussycat, I love you. My roommate and I argued which is a multiplayer genre is more miserable, extraction shooter or MOBA. Ooh. Now that's like a philosophical question. Who hates their lives more? I'm having a hard time because it says like once I put this piece on, I rotate it, but once I have this piece on, it won't rotate because it locks in. Because you can see that this piece right here is facing up, so when you plug it in, it locks in. So I am so confused as what I'm supposed to be doing here. You mean it's just saying like, oh, then you twist it, but it literally locks in. How do I do that? What am I not understanding here? Because you can see you have it's literally a lock and key function. So if this locks into here, how do I turn it? How does that? Where's the other piece? Here's the other one. Well, no, they're symmetrical. So why? How? I don't know. I don't understand what it's asking of me. Because like literally the instructions just goes, okay, now make it go down. But it's literally locked into place when it's like this. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, and I literally cannot progress until I have it done. I'd say it's a different kind of misery. Oof. It's a different kind of misery, but are they equal or not? You know, like being in different circles of hell are different types of misery, but well, I feel like there's some. I'd rather be in the lust circle than in like the circle of wrath. Okay, let me. What? What? Oh, okay. I see. So you have to push it in enough. And these are so small. These little pegs are so small that I'm surprised that they don't break. But you push it in enough, and then it'll let you spin it. That is... Ooh. That's one of those things where it just, by the design of it, you're like, oh, if I try to do that, it's going to break. So you think you're doing something wrong. That's terrifying. That's terrifying. That is terrifying, Chad. I'll be honest with you. I don't like that design element. Ooh. Because if I had tried to force that, I would have broken it. Let's see here, and then this goes here. No, wait. This goes here. There we go. Ooh. Oh my god, chat, I'll say that I have a model that got delivered recently. I can't show it off now because I wasn't able to do the tracking for it. Ooh. But remember how I said I'm bad with names? Maybe League, your downfall in League is more of a team effort, while Tarkov is slowly most of the time, unless you play with the boys and have comms. Everything can go bad so fast in Tarkov, but in League, it's just a slow pain, because you can know within the first 15 minutes of a 40-minute game. And this is what I've heard from people. I don't even play it. But you can know within the first, like, within the beginning of a lot of games, whether or not you're boned. Ooh, and that just is like, well, why would you continue playing if you know you're boned? And it's like, well, we're all in it together. We all have to suffer together. And it's like, I just don't understand I just don't understand games where it's like you have to play 40 minutes of. I don't understand 40-minute matches. It seems like way too long to like get invested in something for me. For just like a game. Like, I love Splatoon. Splatoon's like, oh, here's 3 minutes. Go shoot at other people. It's real quick, real fun. Ooh. Real clean, real nice. I can't get behind MOBAs for that reason. If you quit, you get penalized. Well, let me rephrase that. It's not, like, I understand that you can't just leave the game, but I also understand why you can't just give up the game. My real question is more, why would you get into a situation where you can just get into that, like, where you can just be in that, where you can just be sat down for half an hour being like, yeah, I'm in, like, a game that I can't recover from because all my teammates are shit, and this is gonna, like, lower all of my standing and whatnot, and and, like, really, this is just me trying to play against my team, so that way I don't get screwed over in, like, ratios and, like, analytics and whatnot. I just remembered I don't have the model up, so let me fix that real quick. And that just seems like a special kind of hell. Like, in Splatoon, that can happen as well, where you're just boned by your team, but that's like a 3-minute match, and you can just leave that lobby and join a new lobby afterwards. So, model? Model. That's... Hold up, the model isn't here. Where is the model? April... Give me 1 minute, chat. That's April. Where's March? That's way too big. But I'll have to use that. Save. Where is the building tag? Wait. Where's all my files? What? Browse. Okay, so OBS is deciding not to work properly. So OBS might crash while I'm doing this. Just a heads up. So if that happens, you know, it does. The file's just gone. What do you mean the file's gone? What? Build? There. Oh, okay. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, I don't know what's happening right now. I don't know how all of my files are gone. But they are, so let me just reload some of this stuff, I guess. Let me get building and resize it. I don't know why. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Let's see here. Welcome, Zaza! I need a good shooter, Metroidvania. Tried Ender Lilies, just too grimdark. Is that the new one that I heard about? I just heard, I don't know. While watching somebody stream, they said that there's a new shooter, Metroidvania, and the main character has a good butt. That's all I heard about it. Is that one? Let's look it up. Let's see here. The new Gundam movie should be a Federation counterattack. What? Oh, because the, okay, I get what you're saying. You know, I, won the game. I go to my enemy's, location, and guess what happens? They don't have it defended. Because they're too busy, like, doing the objective points. I do that in Splatoon a lot. In Splatoon, I literally just circumvent, because I do turf war a lot. So, like, what I do is I just circumvent their defensive line, go behind them, and while they're, like, fighting the rest of my team, just, like, trying to, like, hold the line, you know, like, it's like Verdun. But imagine in, like, the middle of Verdun if some people just got behind the French line and just started, you know, just wrecking up the place, and then just look back and they're like, oh crap, our main base, and they all go to the main base, and then what I do is I just go back to the center of the map, start inking that up, and they're like, oh no, the center of the map, and then they go to the center of the map, And then I go back to their base and just start inking that up. And then it's like, how does he do it? It's like, you just have a high mobility build. That's all you need. Ooh, but that's for Splatoon. Also heard Tomino is working on something new. Ooh. Ooh, he can make the new things. He has not given, well, he might not be making something new Gundam, but he's making something new in general. Is always good to hear. I was looking up Ender Lily. Uh-oh. Is it Ender Lilies? Ender... Not Ender Game. Ender Lilies. I was promised a booty. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That is a child. There's no booty on that. No. Okay, so I don't know what I was told. I just heard about a shooter Metroidvania where there's like a third person. It was a third person game. Ooh. But how it was described was like a third person Metroidvania shooter. And the character has a truly proud posterior. Oh, okay, so I need this piece, so I need 12? Okay, so these pieces, okay. So absolutely, it was not Ender Lilies though, absolutely not. Ender Lilies, very different. Okay, also heard, read that one. Don't play League, but from what I see, my friend's playing it. You queue in expecting a 25 to 30 minutes match. I've just heard so many horror stories about 40, like, to 45 minute matches. 20, I feel like 30 minutes might be a bit long, but 20-minute matches sound far more reasonable. And you can go either way, but you get hit with the worst team ever. That's also why I don't like those kind of games. Splatoon, you can carry a team, and it feels so good carrying a team. Ooh. Splatoon 3's matchmaking was so sweaty that I'd even bother with Splatoon 3, but I need to go back and try it again. But Splatoon, you can just like go like, this is not a good lobby for me, and you can just switch out. Let's see here. Ooh. I like that kind of quick game. I like games that you can just play in like a few minutes, switch out if you want to, get a better lobby. Ooh, I like shooters a lot more. I cannot. I'm too much of a ADHD to do them big strategy MOBAs. I can't. The farmer isn't farming, the pusher isn't pushing. And you go, and you just don't have enough economic power to make a comeback. That's the... Ooh. But the problem is also, yeah, the farmer isn't farming. What happens if, like, you have a match where nobody wants to be a farmer? It's like in... I'm gonna use Splatoon again. But it's like, what if you have a match where, like, nobody wants to be aggressive, everyone is defensive, so you just end up, like, losing ground over the course of a turf war match. That's all you do. Is that you don't actually do anything outside of lose more and more ground. And then you're just like, well, we're just gonna lose. Or you have a match where, like, everyone is, like, an aggressive, like, you know, everyone is an aggressive pusher, but there's nobody to, like, hold the home front, so to speak. There's nobody to be defensive back at your place, so all you do is you just have your team on their side of the map painting all their stuff, and then their team is on your side of the map painting all of your stuff, and it's just like, it doesn't matter. I can understand that, like, that's kind of something in any game where it's just people aren't doing what they should be doing for, like, good results. They're just doing what they want to do. And they don't think of just, like, how do I make the game better? They don't go, oh, hey, they don't go, oh, hey. They have no situational awareness or consideration. They see that, like, something's happening on the map, or often they don't, and they just don't care. They're like, well, I'm doing this. Somebody else has to take care of that. And it's like, if you see it happening, why don't you take care of it? Because I don't want to. That's something in all games. And none of the team even tries to communicate while the opponent is like 5 faker. Ooh. That's one thing I like about Splatoon. Well, I liked about the old Splatoons is the fact that nobody could communicate because Nintendo had no service for you to communicate in a meaningful fashion with your other players. I feel like that is actually the problem with Splatoon 3 is everyone else was on Discord in voice chats with like teams of like 3 other people to fill out their roster of a 4-man team. And I was just playing with randos when the game came out and it was just so infuriating. Ooh. Like, the game was just matchmaking me with people who were just tryhards, and I'm like, with Splatoon, I am good enough quality where I can play with tryhards, but I cannot play with tryhards who are on a coordinated team, because I am one dude. I'm one dude having fun. I am not an actual tryhard. I'm just really good at this one game. The new extraction shooter is Marathon. Yeah, I've heard that, how Marathon is being hyped by the media, and was it Crimson Desert was being, like, dragged through the mud, and then people are like, actually, no, Crimson Desert is just better. Crimson Desert had a rough release, but they've already corrected, like, all the issues we had with them. It's just a better time. Ooh. That's pretty much what I've been hearing, is this... And Marathon is just another extraction shooter. It's just that it's made by Bungie, so you're supposed to care, because, you know, Bungie is Bungie, you know? Yeah. And I haven't cared about Bungie since they left Halo, because... Ooh, homie don't play that. Splatoon, I remember some Japanese streamer turned, the opponent's ink into a green screen to show... So naughty content, so she has to win, else she gets banned. That is... That's one way to get viewership up, but also one way to incentivize yourself. That's really funny. Maybe I should do a Splatoon stream sometime. I'd have to do it on a new account because I wouldn't be able to use my old one, but that also means that the matchmaking would be like, hey, I'd smurf it, chat. I could smurf Splatoon 3. Ooh. I could be a filthy little smurf. Hello, Kays. Welcome, welcome with your cursed faces. Rick Dong. We're talking about gaming, because we're true gamers here. If you ever seen one of our gaming streams, we're pro gamers. Yeah, we're pros, bro. Absolutely. Did I put it in the wrong hand, or... No, I didn't. I just put this one in upside down. And then we plug you in. This is the correct side. I just had it in wrong. I'm really happy Atya told me to go with the copper, because the copper definitely goes really well with the green. And then let's plug this in. What? I'm happy with how this is coming out, and all the pieces, just like the police Zaku, feel really nice. And I am realizing there's like no back to this kit right now. Why is there no back to this kit? Also I did not plug these in. Where do you go? You go in here. Okay, let's see where these guys go. But I hope you've been having a good day, Kays. Where do you... Hold up, I need to take this off screen real quick. Why does it feel like I was supposed to plug you in before this part? That can't be true, that would be silly. Oh! Here. Ah, okay, so... You go on, it looks like this. Yeah, like this, so that the tube is up. There we go. There's a little bit of funny geometry. These GQ kits have plenty of funny geometry to work with. Okay, Stream Ninja did the thing again, even though I tested it out. K's broke. K's broke it again. I don't know what K's does, but when K's appears, it breaks. Okay, so I thought it wasn't broken because I tested it at the start of stream, but Stream Ninja broke again. So let's see here. Yeah, the last comment on YouTube is Ricey saying, wait, no, wait. Okay, now Ricey comes through, but let's see here. Oh, wait a minute, was your Splatoon comment? Your Splatoon comment was censored. No, there's just a massive delay. Okay, it is coming through. I still blame K's. Blame K's. It's your fault, K's. Why are you blaming me? Because it happens when you arrive. I think it's because I think I know why it happened. Oh, but I don't, there's a massive delay sometimes on the YouTube. I don't know why, but when Twitch chat kicks off, it's like, hold up, everything needs to stop working for a minute. Got your hands on a premium ultra rare Bandai high grade Hyakushiki Snow White. Well, thank goodness that it's Snow White and not gold. The gold looks like, it looks kind of like vomit. It don't look good, chat. And I just realized that we're supposed to fold these in. Okay, that explains, that makes it look a lot better. And then we get these pieces, the E pieces, but I can see Ricey. Why did it, wait a minute. It censored on YouTube. It did censor your Splatoon comment, I think. Yeah, okay, so I want to see why. Splatoon has some Japanese, because not NSFW. That's why I like Stream Ninja, because it shows me the censored chats. Okay. Mobile gaming is really popular in Southeast Asia. Let's see here. It had displeasure of trying an extraction shooter on mobile due to the sheer amount of pushing on various medias. Ooh, that doesn't sound like a fun time. Everything kicks like a horse, and you have to pull down your tiny phone screen. Oh my god, that sounds awful. Dealing with recoil on a phone game sounds absolutely horrendous. Not gonna lie. Oh goodness, just kidding. It's not Bandai or a Bandai kit. It's a third-party kit. When you said Snow, I understood it was a third-party kit. Ooh, actually, those kits have been shared on Discord before. Give me one moment. I'm looking for a piece. Ah, here they are. Okay, so that is harder plastic than I thought it'd be. I keep forgetting that the silver plastic in this kit is super hard. Never play Arena Breakout, guys, unless you have a beefy gaming phone. A gaming phone. Mine calls people. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe we'll play some Blue Archive on computer sometime. But computer Blue Archive is censored because of prudes. Wait a minute. I have to think this over. Oh god, I cannot wait to start playing more. Watching more Gundam CD. I might be like, weren't you supposed to be watching more like ReZero? And it's like, ReZero. I'm having a hard time getting back into ReZero. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not that it's bad. It's just that I kind of like got out of ReZero in the middle of an exposition dump, so every time I try to get back into ReZero, it's like RE0. It's just like, oh hey, by the way, here's the exposition dump, Seth, and I'm like, oh no, I don't think I want to do that, thank you very much, but nah, I'd rather just watch gratuitous violence from the 2000s. Come here, Gundam Seed, get over here. It's also a massive suite and never saw daylight from staying in basement 24/7. Wait. Massive sweat. That one gets censored on both medias? Also, I'm trying to find Hold up, put the piece like this. Take this piece. And I think this piece goes here, right? I'm getting tired. I've been sleeping more responsibly. I've been sleeping more responsibly. So I've been going to bed earlier, chat, like a civilized human being, even though I'm a dinosaur. And it's been going really well. I'm starting to wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. It's really nice. Basement in the 70s. Ooh, so it has, is it a finished basement? Ooh, a nice finished basement that's been flooded so you know it's full of mold. If you go down into a basement in the Midwest and you don't smell black mold, is it a real basement? If you don't smell the must of your own death, is it a real basement, chat? Look at this little fella. Oh, he got such a tiny little head. Oh, his head is so seated inside of his body. That's why he has the, that's why his collar joint. That's why his collar has a joint so he can better articulate it, so he can bring his head up a little more. Oh, he ain't got no neck, chat. He ain't got no neck, no way, no how. Oh, the poor son of a bitch. Why do I have an extra back of a hand? Oh, I know what this is for. This is for the wires that come out, ain't it? My opinion, I prefer blue Dom. I like the blue Dom. I like Charlie as Dom, but I just couldn't get behind it in all honesty. Another MF telling you your PDF for liking a mobile game on the other ear. Oh my. Oh my god. Here are fully adult anime women who are fully clothed. Oh my god, you want to do it with children, and it's just, I hate I hate you so much. I hate that stuff. I don't know why I'm talking with an accent, but I am, and I'm committed. Let's see here. We have a good portion of him done. We have an open hand with all the fingers painted up. Wait a minute. I have something else. I have the waist. Let's do the waist. And I think we are at... Oh, yeah, we have time to do the waist. Absolutely, we have time to do the waist. We're making good progress this stream. I think the green was definitely a good choice, chat. And also having the green offset instead of having it on both shoulder pads, having it on the shoulder pad and then on the cockpit doors. I'm just assuming that's what they are at this point. I think that was also a good choice. Having a little bit... It's still balanced, but it's asymmetrically. Wait, why is the box art picture mirrored? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It ain't mirrored. It shouldn't be mirrored. It is mirrored. Why are you mirrored? Why is everything being a problem? Did I click on the wrong one? Why are you mirrored? That's why. I fixed it. I done good, chat. I fixed it. Thank you. Thank you kindly. It ain't mirrored. What are you talking about? It was never mirrored. It was always looking like this. It's kind of sad that Southern accents are so dead that I can just talk in this voice, and there's probably people who would be like, oh my god, he's from the South, and it's like, no, I'm not. This is a horribly offensive, out of key accent. What are you talking about? This accent is horrendously fake. Oh, Japanese Twitter, that reminds me. The Japanese Twitter has been so, it's been blessing. The auto-translate on Twitter has, it's been around for a while, but it's finally gotten to a point where it's allowed the people in English town talk with all the people in Japanese town. And the consensus is clear, and that is Americans love the Japanese and the Japanese love Americans. It's just so wholesome. You just have the Japanese going like, American barbecues are very cool, and then Americans going, they are cool. I like ninjas, and then the Japanese are like, we do not have ninjas anymore, and Americans are like, oh, we know, we don't see them, but that doesn't mean they're not there. America's like, we love your samurai, and they're like, we don't have samurai either, and it's like, then who runs your country? And they're like, we are a democratic, we are a constitutional monarchy republic thing, whatever. I mean, you literally had us write the Constitution, don't you remember? And Americans are like, we don't remember shit. Nah, we don't remember that. And the Japanese are like, you dropped 2 bombs on us? Oh, right. We remember that. You nuked us? Oh, right. That was you. Yeah. Fun times. It wasn't fun for us. I mean, come on, look at you now with your flat screen TVs. This is a Christopher Titus joke. Christopher Titus, was gonna say, oh god, that's a good part of I'm Whitey and I apologize. If it's like, to Japan. Actually, no, you started that one, like, to Japan for the A-bombs. Actually, no, you started that one. We were just minding our own business in Hawaii. We overreacted a little. But look at you now with your flat screen TVs and your Toyotas. But I really want to paint. Where is it? I want to paint. Where is it? I want to paint these, so I'm probably not going to put these on right now because I want to paint these bronze and black. I want to paint the middle black because the middle just is negative space. But I want to paint these, not bronze, I want to paint these copper. I'm going to leave these pipings off. And I want to paint... Oh, that's going to be really hard to paint because I'm going to have to airbrush it, aren't I? And then I'm going to have to paint it in black over. Oh god, that's actually going to be difficult. But I'm going to have to wait for that until probably the weekend when I can get the booth. We're not going to put these parts on yet. It looks like I can assemble it without those parts. So we're going to just keep on going. I feel like I should paint these parts as well. These parts I can take off later. Let's continue the kit. And then we have this piece. You go here. Oh, wait. Easier to put this piece in first. There we go. I'm sorry, something just fell over on the other side of the table. Come on. There we go. Bandai has finally figured out, since the Moon Gundam all the way in 2017, they've come a long way with getting their non-polycap kits to fit together really nicely, but it still feels like a little bit of a gamble when you put them together, chat. I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to talk about certain things. What do I want to talk about? What did I want to talk about? Oh! How the person who did a model for me, I only knew their name. Sorry, I knew their name, but I forgot their name outside of like VGen. So when I feel so stupid for this. So when they followed me on Twitter, I was like, "Oh, hey." And then I saw some of their art, and I would show it on stream, but like 80% of it's stream safe. 10% of it's is like artistic nudity. And then like the other 10% is still artistic, but only because it's drawn. If you catch my drift. Ooh, so I can't show their stuff on stream, but I literally saw one of their pieces that looked like the model that I ordered. And I was like, oh, hey, that looks like that. And I didn't put it together. I just completely forgot their name, and I was like, hey. And then I was like, and then I realized, oh, wait a minute. When they delivered it, the models, I was like, oh, I'm so fucking stupid. Because they deliver their models under their VTuber name, and I was like, I'm an idiot. I completely forgot, and I felt so bad for forgetting. I am too bad with names, and I need to be whipped. Ooh. Press auto translate, immediately see gem. Check stream check. I will. Wait a second. Oh wait, why is the okay, sorry. Message. You like this model? If you're talking about, wait, do you mean my model right now, or do you mean the Gunpla? I think you mean the model that I'm using right now. This model isn't going away. It's just a scrunkly model. So it's kind of like a cute little like model that's even more low rent than this. Ooh. And you're going to like the new model. The new model is not going to be used all too often. It's probably going to be used for like redeems and whatnot. Ooh, as like a scrunkly version. But I have a plan for it, but I actually ordered 2 models with this. Let me check the stream check. I keep clicking on Twitter. Oh, Blue Archive isn't bad when okay. I just didn't read the Blue Archive part of your message. And another telling you, wait, did I just miss that one? One second. And another oh! That's weird. What your Blue Archive one is the one that got hit. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. I don't know about Blue Archive. That's more of a Power Lines thing. He seems to have fun playing it. Ooh, I want to do Azure Lane. I want to do that one because that one has the boat women in it. But yeah, the message before. Let me double check. Let's see here. Massive sweat. Let's see here, and then another. Yeah. It's just not there. I'm surprised that one didn't get through the Stream Ninja. I'm surprised. Normally, Stream Ninja's been really good about letting chats go through. Let's see here. Ooh. Oh, when the awesome censorship anime that some tourists can't handle, and the Sweet Baby Inc. with the with that game. Oh god. I like how I saw something about Sweet Baby recently, and they're just like, wait, people aren't it's again, they're just upset that people aren't playing games that they're working on. It's like, no. Because you're not there to make better games. You're there to push a message, and I just want to play game. I want Whimsy, and you're like, Whimsy not allowed, and I'm like, then I don't want to allow you. And they're like, wait a minute, that's not allowed. And it's like, what do you mean it's not allowed? I want Whimsy. Ooh. Red Gundam still has 2 poly caps on the shoulder. Really? The Red Gundam for this, hold up, can I get it out? Are you saying this Red Gundam? Ooh. Hold on, I'm gonna open, are you saying this guy? I'm gonna open this guy up. Does he have polycaps? So, oh my goodness, if you're like he has plastic pieces shaped like polycaps, that does not count. Hold up, let's open this guy live. And by open him live, I mean we're just gonna get out the instruction manual and check it for ourselves. But Red Gundam. That's a lot of stickers, oh my god. Oh, I hate that. I despise that. That looks like stuff I can paint instead though, so it looks like it's not like the worst thing ever, but wow, that's awful. I don't like that at all. Let's see here. One thing I don't like about Stream Ninja is it is so slow to like catch up. Like I see the chats come up. The chats are up right now. I can see you talking, Ricey, but they're not on the Stream Ninja yet. And I need to figure out why Stream Ninja is taking so long. Oof. But I see you. It just takes like an extra half minute for your chats to load, and that's not good. That's the server issue. Let's see. The Red Gundam got a small polycap runner, and it's a big pre-molded runner. Really? But I have the instructions out right now, so the instructions will say where the polycap runner is. Let's see here. PP. Yeah. PP. 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 Gundam still has a. So let's see. Your chats still haven't loaded. Oh, hold up. I know what's wrong. It's such a pain. If I do this. Why are you not loading YouTube chat? Oh, but you'll load a stream bot on Twitch. It really is like it can't load Twitch chat and YouTube chat simultaneously, it seems. This is absurd. It just kills YouTube connection. The request cannot be completed because you have exceeded your quota. What do you mean I've exceeded my quota? Wait. My chat has talked too much. So now I cannot read YouTube chat in Really? What a terrible service. And I clicked on it to see what that means. And now everything's gone white and I can't do anything. Cool. So Stream Ninja might not be the thing to go with, because apparently I have reached my quota. I don't even know what that means. I don't know what that means, chat. I know some ladies who are into that sort of thing. Ooh. Azura Lane is so weird. The game is just becoming more and more, goon-tastic. I mean, I've seen the anime has literally somebody, like, sucking the feet of a girl, you know? As you do. I don't think even stream safe at this point. Nah. I saw the bunny suit. You know, it's fine. It's fine, chat. I am unironically annoyed. The Red Gundam has a runner. Okay. Well, let's look at the runners. Sorry, I got distracted with Stream Ninja deciding it doesn't work anymore. So apparently, I don't know what it means by I reached the quota, but that means if there's like a chat limit, then no, I cannot use this program. Because you guys talk a lot. I talk a lot with you. That is, if a window is open, sign in to ensure. Window is open. I'm looking at the window right now. You are connected to the window. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. I don't think Stream Ninja is gonna work. I just don't think it's gonna work. Yeah. Yeah, because at both times I've used Stream Ninja so far, I've had to literally restart it in the middle of stream. Ooh. This is not a great service. So there you are, connect. And this is something I can't be doing every stream. I cannot be just disconnecting every stream. So, and I don't want to pay for like a subscription for like restream. But this is just absurd. Successfully connected, good. The request cannot be completed. You have exceeded your quota. I don't know what that means. And when I click on quota, it whites everything out. It doesn't tell me what quota means. If you click on quota, it whites out everything. So yeah, I just cannot use Stream Ninja. It just won't work at a certain point once you guys have talked. That is an awful service, and even when I reset things, it doesn't let me do it. So we can't. So what we learned. Now look at my upset face. No, go back to having an upset face. I look like Mari En right now. But I am seething, chat. I am so angry because it won't show what you're saying. A lot of painting for the Gundam. I wonder what the white Gundam needs painting. It needs everything. The white Gundam's paint is not going to look good. I'm not that happy. That is a lie. Hold up. I need to delete that. I need to delete that. The Stream Ninja is just a complete bust, is what we learned. So that's why we have these streams. You get out of here, bot. The Stream Ninja is a complete bust, which is a real shame, but that just doesn't work. It just keeps going like you hit your quota. What does that mean? I don't know. Give me 1 second though to reset things up on my end. So that means YouTube is gonna censor you guys, so if I miss a chat, I'm sorry. Ooh. Let's see here. Where is display? And I have to go all the way here. I need to go to portrait. I need to go to landscape. Yes, keep changes. And then I need to move all of my setup. Sorry that my microphone's not in the right place, but I need to move everything back. Ooh. In the middle of streaming, I need to change my entire setup to account for the fact that Stream Ninja just decided, no, I don't want to work anymore. Ooh. Technical difficulties. I live for the scuff. Okay, polycaps. There they are. You're right, chat. It says that it uses 3 polycaps. It comes with a runner that has 6 polycaps. I don't know what the third one is, but it has 3 polycaps, it says. I'm surprised that it has polycaps. That really surprises me. The base color just don't look good. Do it not look good? Oh my god, wait, is that what I have to paint black? Are those what the stickers are for? There's no way. Hold up, we're looking at a completely different kit right now, but humor me. Where's the torso assembly? Where is the torso assembly? Tell me where the torso assembly is. Hold up, there's no way. Also, this is all in color for some reason. That's a lot of color for 2 pages, chat, of color. Can't believe we hit I mean, it's kind of cool that we hit quota, that you guys are so active that we hit quota. It's just a bit annoying. Oh, let's see here. Third one is for the Gundam hammer. Oh, that makes sense. Well, no, this piece is black. Wait, no, there's a sticker. But I don't know. No, that sticker's for like the chest emblem. I'm trying to see what are the black stickers for. And it looks like it's not for the ribs. I was worried it would be for these black ribs. And it looks like it's not for the black ribs. Unless I'm wrong. No. The ribs are just black by nature. So maybe it's like the shield or something? Let me look at the kit. Yeah, the stickers are for this part of the shield right here. That's the shape of the stickers. It's for this. All of this is going to have to be painted, which is fun. Let's see here. I meant White Gundam. The color scheme is awful. Oh, it's awful. Yeah, it's terrible. I've seen people repaint it and make it look okay. It's kind of a weird model in general, but like you can make it look so much better. I've said this before. It was on screen for like 5 seconds, and they were just like, it doesn't matter. It's only going to be on screen for like 5 to 30 seconds. It doesn't matter. Nobody's going to care how bad it looks, and they just did not care. It really do feel like that, Mr. Stancil. I might get the bootleg Sailors type Gundam gun cannon. I wonder, does it come with the gun hammer? I have the Sailors light gun cannon right here. I don't know about the bootleg, but the Sailors comes with a gun hammer on the box. Oop, you can see right there. Oh wait, you can't see. You can't see. You can see there's a gun hammer right there. The box is zoom out. It's swinging it. So let's see if we look at the instruction. We're just looking at everything that's not the kit we're supposed to be building right now. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Well, it's not holding. Oh, there it is. I was like, it's not holding it in any of the art. It's right there. Why is all of this in black and white? You couldn't afford color for your premium kit? God, Bandai. No, it's in black and white, because, you know, that's how you know it's premium. Yeah, so you can save on the color printing, I know. Let's see here. Gunhammer. Yeah, it has. Yeah, here's the sprue for the gunhammer. So I don't know about your knockoff, but the actual official release does come with it. The black stickers are for the forearms. I'm sure there's also black stickers that go on the forearms, but I'm talking about what I was talking about. I don't think I think they're in a bag, so I can't get them out, but yeah, they're like little stickers. You can see right there, they're like these little stickers. Those are the forearm ones. These are the shield ones, though. These big stickers. I don't know what these are for. They're rounded. They're probably for the bits. I don't care. I have literally Gundam Red. I can use Gundam Red instead. I can just paint it. I don't need to worry about it. I don't need to care. I don't need to. I don't need to care. I can just paint it. Definitely designed the Red Gundam first. Then yeah, they definitely designed the Red Gundam first, and then the the mass. Then like how it looks in its original color scheme was definitely an afterthought. Absolutely, absolutely. Stickers, ew. This kit doesn't have as many stickers. This kit's like way better about it. These are look at all these stickers compared to what we just saw. This is way better. This is a lot better. I'm gonna be honest with you. Ooh. Let's plug this in. This kit has really good color separation, and the parts that aren't color separated, like the Vernairs, those you always have to paint those anyways, to be fair. But those are not going to be too difficult to work with, and they're a nice kind of metallic already. So even if you don't paint them, the Vernairs, like you can see here, I think they kind of look fine. They'd look better with like a chrome, I think. So I'm probably gonna do chrome once I get my my spray booth. So is that for the new type bits? If you recall, yeah, the red is definitely for the new type bits. Like, I can't imagine anything else. That I need to put the instructions back in the box. Oh yeah. The engines for the new type bits. It might be hard to see, but you can see there's a little red stripe back there. If it's not in the light, you can see there's a little red stripe back there. That's what it is for. Thing is, I wouldn't mind having two chats and just going between the two of them, but the problem is I'm going to need like something like Restream or what have you, because there is no way I can do like multiple chats. I can juggle like 4 chats. I'm gonna have to combine my chats no matter what if I want to stream on more platforms. And that's why I'm so disappointed by Stream Ninja. It had such promise, such... Give me one moment. I forgot a step. Can I just like not... Are the Bandai gods going to be forgiving to me? Maybe if we pray extra hard, chat. Actually it looks like, yeah, I can just assemble this now. Ooh, I pretty much did not assemble the proper waist. Ooh. He sees somebody outside. He sees a dog outside, and he like, I want to play with that dog if you hear the barking. Oh, why are you not seating correctly? This is not seating correctly, and that's really bad. Gundam Mark V, high grade. I don't know if you're gonna get a high grade Gundam Mark V, but you're optimistic. Maybe a third party high grade Mark V, but okay. What? No. You tell me why you're not seating correctly. 1 minute. I have to do this off screen to see what is happening. I'm just gonna take these pieces off so I can better see it. You are not seating correctly, and that is a problem. I cannot assemble you if you're not oh, okay. So the problem is that we have all all of these points have to line up, then I can push it together. There we go. Okay. This is a typical Gunpla issue where there's a lot of points that need alignment. You go here? Yes, you go here. Yes, we are good. You think Bandai would release a Mark V? I feel like they might do a P Bandai of it, even for its anniversary. This is Bandai we're talking about. They have no souls. They have no kindness in them. Did I just not cut out the skirts? Are you serious right now? No, I just didn't cut out the skirts because I'm a little dumb. Let me do that real quick. They're just these pieces. Ooh. I'm gonna have to tape these pieces off, but I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. I might apply the stickers, and I think that's probably how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna apply the stickers and then tape around the stickers. Ooh. That seems like the best way to do it, to replicate the stickers' shape and formation. Because the tape, if I do the tape method again, it's going to be way too thick. Let me get out the shoulder pad. Like this stripe looks nice on the shoulder pad. That is way too thick to put on the skirt. That's some nice music. That's some nice digging music. What is this? Under the Cover of Night. Gundam Sentinel especially gets the harsh treatments as it's an IP Bandai doesn't own. That's right. I forgot about that. How Bandai... It's a long story, but there's shenanigans with that one. I forgot. Where, if I remember correctly, I think that's the one where, like, Bandai kind of screwed over the creator of it. But then the creator is just like, well, you screwed me over with this design, like, several decades ago. But now, now you want me to, like, now you want the design back. Well, no, it's my design. You don't get it back. You had your chance. Which is what Bandai deserves, in all honesty. In all reality, I agree with the guy. It might be bad for us, but I feel like it's worse for Bandai. I'm okay with suffering if it means Bandai also suffers. It's literally I am a crab. I'm one of those crabs that grabs the other crabs and is like, no, you're not getting, you ain't getting out of this bucket. If I'm gonna die, we all gonna die. We're all crabs in a bucket, and for once we get to pull down Bandai. And we all cheer. We all cheer. Yep, that one, every release so far is kind of cucked by, in one way or another. Ooh. It's a shame because it's a really cool design. It's very unique for Gundam. It's kind of like how, when I say unique, it's unique in the same way of how, like, you have the Penelope or the Cassie Gundam, where it's like, it's like still a Gundam, but at the same time, you're like, this is not like any Gundam I've seen before. I need to check something. Something just happened outside, so I need to check it real quick. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I got another soda dough. Oh my goodness. It's always a good stream when I don't get to talk about the things that I wrote down. Even when they're 2000s anime. Let's see here. 2000. Appreciate 2000's anime different. Wait, no, I already talked about that. Wait a minute. About how I'm desensitized to all the things that the 2000 anime showed, so I just kind of sit there and go like, ah, look at all the gore. This is good comedy to me. I already talked about that, sadly. That's also a good sign when I've already talked about the things that I want to talk about, though. Okay. So you going here? No, maybe. Sorry, it was trying to eat my glove. It was trying to eat my glove, chat. It is bad like that. I saw Project Hail Mary, and I have not talked about it all stream. This will not be a Symbiotic Titan moment. Go see Project Hail Mary. It's pretty cool. Almost all the high grades are just booty, besides the Zeta Plus. Because it dodged the bullet by being a Gundam Unicorn kit and not a Gundam Sentinel kit. That seems one way to do it. The original MG is decent, but they're very outdated and they still milk that thing to this day. I mean, it's still expensive. To hear that it's outdated and it costs as much as it does is kind of surprising. I've seen the Master Grade on P Bandai. The newest one is Mark V and it's a P Bandai. Oh wait, okay, so it's separate from that one. Okay. I've seen the P Bandai one, like you mentioned. I like how I just put these pieces on, and I realize I'm gonna have to take them on after stream, and probably paint them. I don't know if I don't know what color I'm going to paint these pieces. Did I put these on? I put these on wrong. I put these on wrong. Give me a minute. I thought I was putting them on right, but apparently I'm dumb. There we go. I don't really know what these are. We already talked about anime. Space Camp, that can wait until Wednesday. Airbrush, already talked about that. Already talked about Kanye. We have talked about these topics. Helped, oh wait, I helped, wait. That's not really a story. I just helped somebody catch their dog. Ooh, that ran away. There's not no more to that story, really. There are pieces, wait. Where the hell is this piece? Did I not cut out this? Wait. There's a distinct possibility, chat, that I just didn't cut out the piece. That's B. I did not cut out the piece. It's this piece. I didn't cut it out at all. Let's see here. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's talk about a dummy real quick. Because this is something that has been a big topic on Twitter, and some dude who I don't know anything about, but now I will forever know he's an idiot, said that, like, Lord of the Rings is overtly pagan. And he was like, there's no evidence that it is not overtly pagan. And chat, there's literally a quote from Tolkien that said, well, that literally says that Lord of the Rings was subconsciously and then directly influenced by his Catholicism. Is that Lord of the Rings is directly based off of the Catholic beliefs of Tolkien as admitted to by Tolkien himself. Ooh. And then you have some moron who's like, nah, there's no evidence that there's anything, you know, that it's just overtly pagan. And it's like, oh my god, why? Because there's talking trees. Because there's literally, like, because there's a talking dog in the Silmarillion. I don't know how to break this to you, but, like, and the Bible, man. It's not a dog, but something talks. The one Gundam, the main Gundam, the S Gundam from, the XS Gundam is 2000. Oh my goodness, that's over 20 years old. That's terrible. That's truly terrible. Ooh. But that is just something that happened on Twitter. Ooh. But I mean, if you don't know, like, does Lord of the Rings somehow, I mean, literally the people who, like, save the world is like put onto the meekest of people. Like, you know, you literally have fallen angels, you know, fighting to corrupt man. Like, that's not... People say Sauron is Satan. No, Sauron is Beelzebub. Morgoth was Satan. Morgoth was literally one of the highest tiers of angel in Lord of the Rings. They weren't called angel, they were called like Malnar or something. I can never remember the term properly. But they are effectively angels. You know, there is one god that creates everything. And then there are angels who, like, gave shape to everything. And one of the angels was like, I want to turn everything evil. And that's pretty much Satan. And then he turned 1/3 of all the, like, you know, lesser angels against against his fellow higher angels. Oh, we're like, who else did that? Oh, that's literally Satan. It's just Satan. You know, you got Satan with Morgoth, you got Beelzebub with Sauron. Actually, Sauron might not even be Beelzebub now that I think about it, because there was a Balrog who was probably more comparable to Beelzebub now that I think about it. But what's important is, like, there's a lot of stuff that's just, like, I don't want to say lifted, but very, very inspired in the deeper lore by, like, just by Christianity. Let's see here. Oh, message retracted. Good for you. How did you... Oh, wait, is it because you retracted your message? How did you get to... Wait, you were at, like, number 1, then you went to number 2 again. Sorry, variant, 2014 that reuses the frame, an upgraded version of 2014 in 20... So that is... They're just recycling it. That's so silly. That's so silly. Okay, and then it's 4 years later, we're gonna use the same frame, but just update it a little. And they're just gonna reuse it, can't edit messages. Okay. After the release, they did a 1.5 version, which, you guessed it, also is the original. Guys, it's a new year. Time to, like, it's 1.5. What makes it 0.5? We gave it new hands. Oh shit! Wait, actually, that's what they did for like the Gundam, wasn't it? And finally, the 2025, they did the P Bandai variant of 2019 thing. Oh my goodness! Listen, we can't get the licensing to make a new version of this kit because that would be a pain in the butt. So instead, we're just gonna keep reprinting this variant that we do have. And just do it so that, like, within legal boundaries, where it's not a new kit, technically. It's literally the Star Trek Discovery of, like, Bandai kits, it sounds like. Where it's like, it has to be 20% different, you know? We can't just make a new thing. It has to stay different. That just sounds awful. Okay, so let us... So we need these pieces. It looks like we might need these pieces to plug these parts in. Let me see. Okay, so these parts go in here. No, these parts just plug into these little rods right here. These little butt verniers. There we go. And then we have these pieces. How flexible is that? It's a weird joint. This needs to rotate out a little, it looks like. But we have those verniers on. And that's all we have ready, which is good because we're at, like, end of stream time, I'm pretty sure. We're at like 2.5 hours. That's a good place. So we got 2014, 2018, and 2019 and 2025 releases, all using the 2002 frame. And again, I'm gonna guess it's all licensing issues. They can't make a new frame. I should put this in a stream talk. It's easier to format there. It looks pretty straightforward, but what do I know? Let's put his waist on. Oof. Let's get some Okay, well that's not a good sign. I was gonna say like let's get some okay. I was like, let's get some posability. So he can lean back pretty far. But his ab crunch, not only does he not have much of an ab crunch, but it looks like he will literally just come off of the peg really easily if you try to force it. That's not really an ab crunch at all, is it? Ooh, he can pretty much just go a little more forward. I'm kind of wondering how the flexibility is going to work on this guy, because the Zaku was super flexible. This guy feels like he is more like a traditional Dom. He's just big and cumbersome. Not that that's an issue. We love our big boys. Ooh. I feel like this is going to be the Zaku, though. The same issue as the Zaku, where it's going to have some interesting new things that I'm not expecting, but I'm not going to really understand them until I have the full thing together and can start playing around with it. Bandai is probably just lazy. There are subtle differences in them, so they're definitely new molds. Okay. But are they completely new molds? Or are they just variations of pre-existing molds? Okay. So, off stream, what I need to do... Ooh, actually, Tomoe, there's one little thing we can do before the end of stream, and that is paint his navigation lights. I'm sure some people are going to think what I'm about to do is going to ruin how the kit looks. I don't care. One of my favorite things to do with a kit. Give me this. Oh, I completely forgot to share. I got the Gustav in the mail. I'll show it off more next stream. But I got the Gustav and I got a sunrise animation. I got planets in the mail. What? We'll talk about that next. We'll talk about that maybe even next stream now that I think about it, because next stream is space related. But I got the Gustav, which is a really tall box. Like let me show you how thick this box is, chat. Look at that. I cannot convey the thickness of this box, but this box is so thick, chat. Look at how thick it is. But now we can make the Gustav Karl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Ooh. That one's not planned for like another month or two, but I wanted to make sure I had it ready for that. So we have the Gustav Karl, and we have planets. We'll talk more about that probably. Nice, thank you, CL. Ooh. We'll talk more about that probably next Gunpla stream. Well, actually, next week we're probably just going to be building the Black Knight, because that one's so long overdue. We're probably just going to do the Black Knight both days. I don't know if we're going to finish the Black Knight on both days next week, but we're going to be building the Black Knight. And you might be like, why not build the Black Knight on one day and then build this guy the next day? I want extra time to do the prep for this guy, so... Just like I'm using the extra time to prep the Black Knight, I'm going to use the extra time to prep this guy. This is that simple. Let's, where the pieces I need are the shoulder pieces, so let me see where those are. Oh, this also has a 2-page spread for color. Nice. What I need is to find the shoulder pieces. B. So it's B3. All of this is out of whack now. I don't care. Find B. Here they are. And we won't be able to apply these pieces today, but we can paint them, and they're symmetrical, which is amazing, because that means we don't need to worry about siding them. I wonder why I didn't cut them off. Probably just because they're small and I didn't want to lose them. Before we end stream, and these paints I think already have gloss in them. I said glaze instead of gloss, didn't I? Oh my god. like it's a donut. Because I'm a fat shud of an American. Ooh. But let us get... Let's clip you onto here. Oh, there's still a little bit of a nubbin. Let's get rid of that nubbin. Let's circumcise that piece, chat. Let's be accurate to the Quran. Anyways, ooh. Okay. And then this one was coming misaligned. There we go. And then we need to get out our paints. One of the paints is like right here. Here we are. And then the other paint... I don't think it says Gundam red. I think I have a Tamiya. I think I have a Tamiya red. Ah, there it is. I do have Tamiya red. We need to shake these up to get them all nice and mixed up. Ooh. We're gonna apply a coat on both of these pieces, and then we'll have our navigation lights for our mech. Technically speaking, we should only paint like the front of them, like red or green, and then paint the back of them white, because that's how navigation lights work, but I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that, chat. I ain't got patience for that. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ew, gross. Okay. Here. A lens wipe fell into the water. That's why I said gross. Let's get the... Chat! What am I doing? I need paint, brush... And my paintbrushes are all over here, and I'm missing a paintbrush. No, I'm not! I am not missing a paintbrush. I am perfect and awesome. Were you not put away correctly? No, you were. Okay, I thought this was not put away correctly, and it was not sealed properly. Come on! Why must you be difficult? Why do you hate me? We just apply the paint. And this one will go, I think, on the left side of it. I don't know. I don't know. I'll look at the police Zaku. That one has the... That one's correct. So whenever I look for which side to put the lights on, I just look at my police Zaku and I'm like, there we go. But we have the red one. Clean, 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 clean brush. And then... Come on. Okay. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ooh, okay. We're probably gonna have to apply a second coat of green. Green is not going on quite as strong as you can see. I'm definitely gonna have to apply another coat of green. Okay. So there's our green. And now we have navigation lights for our dude. But I have to apply another coat of both just to be certain later. That will have to wait until off stream, and you'll be able to see all the prep I do for this guy. We're going to be adding some more green stripes. Ah! But the green was being a little bit of a hassle. And because the green landed on it funny, you're not closing properly. You are not closing. Okay, so now we have a new trial. That is to figure out what is wrong with this. Okay. Please close properly. Please. I'll figure that out after stream. But off stream, I don't think I need to add any more bronze. Ooh. Maybe in some small places. So I need more copper. I can add more copper in some small areas. Like I'm thinking of adding it here, where here, like between this part and this part. I think it would look really nice to either have bronze or copper there. I'm not sure which one I want to do. Probably copper, so that there's more copper and it also leads into the back of the suit. But we'll have nice green lines on the skirt to replace the white lines. Probably gonna put green on these parts. Ooh. I might make these green, though. I might use a lighter form of green for these areas, simply so that they're differentiated, and because it's on a lighter tone of purple, and this is on a lighter tone in general. But we're gonna have a nice lot of prep. We're gonna have this guy looking good. We already have the beam saber handles in bronze. Ooh. So those already look nice. I think beam sabers in bronze. I don't think I'm gonna make a habit out of it. It's just that for the Danan Gay and this guy, it just kind of feels like it fits. The Danan Gay, because I use so much bronze in the kit, and this guy, because his, let's see here. His, not beams, but his heat sticks are green. So I think it's going to go really well with these. Ooh. I just feel like them being gray is a little boring. Seth, you are, accident, prone to, by any chance. Not as much as my brother. My brother is horrendously accident prone. 6'4" and no balance. It is a travesty to watch him move around. You know, that's why he did wrestling instead of basketball. You know, wrestling. You know, you're slow to you have a low center of gravity. You can be safe. You know, basketball. He would have fallen on his face. He never would have gotten any points. I swear to God. Make sure to check Stream Talk after stream. Wait, ooh, that sounds kind of weird. It doesn't sound weird at all. Oh, this is all the, oh yeah, they are different. These are all the, what are they called? The Sentinels and whatnot. Yeah, they are different. But they're all variations of what came before. But yeah, this is what we were talking about earlier with the Sentinel and whatnot, just for context. Like, you have this old kit, you have this, like, kit that's not as old. Ooh. Bandai just keeps, like, re-releasing it, just slightly updated. Because people want it. Ooh. It's a fun time. It's a fun time. But yeah, I can look at more of that off stream. Ooh, we can probably start next stream with it. But we have this guy ready to go. I feel like that panel line of bronze in the back isn't the best look. I say that like it's ever going to be visible. Ooh. We have this nice, beautiful boy. Can he stand on his Vernairs? Hold up. If there's a will, there's a way. Stand on your Vernairs, damn you. Stand on your Vernairs, damn you. Stop! No. I will. I did it. He can stand on his Vernairs like this. Okay, let me look for a place to send you guys out to. Okay. So what we learned is I look adorable when my tracking breaks. Ah. But what we learned is that Stream Ninja just doesn't work. And okay, so that just doesn't work. So we're gonna have to find something besides Stream Ninja. But we've also learned that this kit looks pretty good with a little bit of custom. Just a little bit of customizing goes a long way, chat. Ooh, that little bit of copper, you know, to help make the purple pop. The green to help make the copper pop. It's all symbiotic. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I like doing it. Ooh, let me find a place to send you guys off to. Let me find a link for Twitch. Let me link you somewhere. Let me get my camera up. I don't know what that was. Probably something important. It's okay. I'm pretty accident prone. It's kind of crazy. I went into forestry, Surprisingly, I never been hurt at work. Ooh. It do be like that sometimes, you know. In your day-to-day life where you think you're safe, that's where you get hurt. But, you know you need to be on your toes, that's where it all falls apart. Let me send you... I'm gonna link you to Razor Wind. But I just want to. There you go. Let me find somewhere on YouTube to send you guys off to. Let me send you beautiful people off somewhere. So, you guys... There we go. Oh, what the heck just happened? Sorry, I was on my front page and there was a glitch on my page. Let me see here. That's a video. I cannot link you to a video. Damez is doing that. What do you mean? Sorry, I'm having weird issues on my end. Maybe Jamez doing Metal Gear? I've sent you guys there before. Oh no, I'm gonna send you to Lisa. I'm gonna send you to Lisa, a friend of Pipkin Pippa. I'm gonna send you to Fujikuzi Lisa! So there you go, chat. I hope you guys keep on rocking on and, you know, keep being the boneheads I love you to be. We'll be back on Wednesday for the Artemis 2 moon launch. Ooh, I hope you can join us and we're gonna learn some stuff about the moon, about space and stuff, like nerds. Ooh, I hope you're ready to learn. Ooh, to get edumacated. I'm ready to get some edumacation, chat. But in the meantime, have a great night, everyone. Or a great day, depending on where you are in the world. Ooh. We'll be back in Wednesday, and you know what? I'll just put the schedule back up so it's easier to show you. So, where is it? Here it is. So it's just easier to show you. There it is. Ooh. And then we're going to be doing some more Starship Troopers later in the week. Have a good one, everybody. One thing I did realize is that this is a good starting stream song. But what I need, chat, is I need to get an ending stream song. Ooh. I don't think this goes as well ending. It's good to get you in the mood, get you ready, but I don't think it works as well. So maybe in a month or two, because music production takes a while. Maybe we'll have a new closer, just saying. Later, well, have a good night, Storm. Opus, Ricey, Ciel, everyone, Zaza. Ooh. I'm just gonna scroll up to see. Zaza, Ivan. Everyone who's been here, Switch. Ooh, have a good night, one and all. Gundam, you commented early. Ooh, but I think he got work when the stream properly starts. But I want you all to have a good night. Bye-bye, Twitch. And remember to click that link to go to Fujikuzi Lisa and give her a big fat like.